Wel, guten Meier, Kinder. Wie sind dan all du de Meier? Ich zu verwirren some English sprechen. Okay, good morning, Kinder. I have been trying to speak English because someone told me that this is going to be tough for me because I'm not used to speaking English. But anyhow, I will try my best. Someone told me that I should do something because there's a Russian guy down in that other classroom, and he's trying to teach our children things, and they are afraid that the Russian influence that will have over our children, over our kinder, are going to be bad for us as our school. And someone told me that I should do something about that. So I was asked by your principal teacher, Alan Byler. Yeah, Ian. He wrote me. He asked me to come in because he said we have to do something about that Russian guy that's down there. And so he said, well, maybe he would get the Amish bishop to come in and talk to you children. So maybe that would help influence you more that over the Russian guy. Anyway, that guy down there, he is crazy. Gell? Ai, so was so funny. Iets is etwas du mit ihn. Wir kennen it. We just can't have the Russians take over our schools like that. I sissen shan't mit Mr. Ebbers do. So, I don't know. But mit Zilla verwirre. Ja, mit Zilla verwirre because sissen shan't. Anyway, ich zu verwirre Englisch. Ich bin groß. I'm so sorry. I will try to speak English most of the time because I know that some of you cannot understand German. So I will try to speak English. But sometimes, it just goes back to what I speak, and it's so hard for me to think and speak English. So, but I will do my best, okay? I hope you have understanding. Yeah, so anyhow, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that Russian guy. The Amish, we would excommunicate him. I really think you should consider that. I'm going to tell your principal, Alan Byler, I'm going to tell him that they really should do something about that. Because you know what? When I was your age and I went to school your age, oh my goodness, I can remember. The people were scared as little boys. Yeah, they said, oh, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. And I said, what? And this little Amish boy, he was verschrocken. Ja, ich war really verschrocken. Ich hab mich feit in die Schule gegeben. Ich kann meinen, I remember. Ich bin sorry, ich will Deutsch schwätzen. But I can remember. I'd go to school, and I was afraid that the Russians would come that day, and they would take us children away from our school. And so when Alan Byler told me that there's a Russian down there teaching that classroom, I was worried. I was scared because, the Russians are here. We have to do something. So I'm here to set you straight and tell you that no, you should not let the Russians come in and tell you about their communism and them teaching you that there is no God, ISIS and shunt. Of course not. Well, anyway, I haven't actually gone down and talked to him myself in person, so I don't know. I hope that Russian guy is not teaching you false doctrine. If he is, we're really going to have to do something. But we'll see. I hope not. Anyway, let's get to our lesson today. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. But today, you're going to do a quiz in your mind. I don't know how to say this. Because I know I'm supposed to say this word, but you're going to make fun of me. Mathematics? Well, let's say we're going to teach arithmetic. So schafft on it. I am so glad that I'm not teaching you guys English, because they tell me that if you teach English, you have to speak right. And you have to say these two letters, TH, they make a different sound than what I do. Who in the world came up with that rule? I mean, come on. Well, they say that they do tell me that I couldn't teach English. So I guess I'm just going to teach math. Whoa, math? Ebbeswiesel. Anyhow, it's going to be a quiz today. You're going to do a quiz, and I just wanted to show you and tell you a little bit about that quiz. It's not a hard quiz, and you don't need to study the new things that are in lesson 6 through 9. Okay? Those new things you don't have to know. They will quiz you on things that you remember, sections, and they will quiz you on things that you learned in lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4, but not on 6, 7, 8, and 9. So just look at those things in lessons 6 through 9 that are in the We Remember sections. Things that you have struggled with or don't know for sure, that you can learn. I hope that it's not too hard for you, because I really do want you to have a good grade. This is very important. And so, you have things to learn, things to know, like you have things to learn in Ushwat Billy Haerbach. Ich bin happy for reporter. Ich bin cat draws. I heard someone, and I thought to myself, I bet the Russians are coming, and they're going to kick out this Amish bishop. And I was ready to run. Yeah, but nobody's out there. I'll try to speak a little quieter, because I don't want them to know. Because you know what? The Russians do come. They're going to go after the Amish bishop. And I'm kind of too old to run too fast. But, so I have to hide good. Okay. And you will help me, right? Okay. Let's go back to where we were. So, learn things like how to write in scientific notation. I never learned stuff like this when I was in Amish school. What are they teaching you, gell? Yeah, well, how to multiply or divide in scientific notations, things like that. Make sure you know that. Make sure you know how to solve watts and volts and amperes, and I mean they teach you electric and mathematics too now. Ay ay ay, you guys are so smart. And then also make sure you know how to what if you do a negative numbers when you're multiplying, or a negative number with exponents. When you have a negative number, can you see this? Can you read this? Okay, like for example, what do you do when there is a negative number with an even exponent, or a negative number with an odd exponent? When you have things like that, you have to know then what. Can you read that? Is that better? Okay, oh my goodness, die neue Contraptions von des Technology. Es ist echt amazing zu mir, wie das Technology kann erst übernehmen. Und es ist unverständlich. Okay, ich muss das fertig machen. Sie saw the video is zu lang und war das so, ich muss das fertig machen. But macht sure stuff visit. Make sure you know things like how to do property tax. Da Wort kommt in mein Weg. Ich did gleich ein abtrimmen. I would like to trim them off, but they tell me the Amish, they say you can't cut your beard. So it nimmals. Don't tell anybody, but I sometimes trim it a little bit. Ja, ich weiß. God, what did it do to me? Anyhow, so make sure you know how to figure out property tax when you have a tax rate and mills, etc. I think you know what I'm talking about. Also, make sure how to when you have some numbers and you have to figure out which is the most precise or the least precise, make sure you know how to do that. Finding the volume of a sphere, make sure you know the formula. You may use your calculator. That's another thing. I have never heard of anything like that. Why would your teacher let you use calculators in your math? I mean, seriously, you will never learn anything if you just use your calculators all the time. Ay, ay, ay. Anyhow, but you may use your calculators on your volumes of a sphere. Just make sure you write out the formulas and write everything down, and then you use your calculator to figure out your final answer. And hey, I tell you what, if you get 100% on your quiz, the next time you come to the school, I will tell Alan Byler, I will tell him to give you something. I will. So if you get 100% on this quiz, there will be a prize. Is that said right? There will be something for you. Something fun and exciting and good. Till next time, I hope you have a good day and do a good job on your math quiz. See ya.